Casting time. I have a 2v2 match for you today on a map that YuNo has made. We've seen it a couple of times before, and we will be seeing it once again. We have, on the top side, green hierarchy and orange hierarchy. That is Darkie and Warbringer respectively. They're going to attempt to double hierarchy the opponent. On the bottom side, we have a yellow hierarchy and a blue Masari. This will be Doctor and YuNo, respectively. This is going to be silly, but it's going to be good. Now, a big problem is this team is going to probably keep their Visops up really well, and this team probably won't. We have an early Habwalker coming in from Warbringer, so we're going to see Lost Ones against the Masari base, and I don't get this matter engine placement. You're against 2 hierarchy. You need to go wide with your matter engines. So, in terms of instants, there's a decent amount on the map, and obviously top team will get the better end of that. They have about twice as many Reaper drones collecting instants. So, unfortunately, Doctor is going to be behind in that regard, just by simple arithmetic. We have an ultra early Habwalker coming out from Warbringer. And there's no other Walker glyphs coming down yet. Doctor sending a glyph carver to his teammate's base. Hierarchy, Masari, you drop a Reaper in your teammate's base. That's just a thing you do. You don't put any thought into it. You slap a carver there, you slap a Reaper there. It's an objectively good play. I actually want to see a single grunt from Warbringer so that he can capture this fuel pump away. I don't think YuNo is the type of player to go for it. Early defensive glyph coming down for Doctor, which means that he's going to be able to defend YuNo. And I expect this to be Lost Ones. Yep, Lost One pod, cost optimizers. Everyone's pinging instants out to each other. This is really nice. And we're seeing a normal assembly walker coming down from Darkie here. So this will probably be phase tanks. So it's going to be phase tanks, Lost Ones. And we're not really sure what this is going to be. This could be an assault walker. This could be a production walker. We just don't know yet. There's multiple routes you could go down. We see the early knowledge vault coming down. And we see a quad matter engine from Masari, which you can definitely get away with against 2 hierarchy. Not only can they not really punish it, but they are actively a good defense. Actively good. So you're building turrets that will make you money. You can max out on eco early. He's opted to go for just... Oh no, he has got 5. 1, 2, 3... No, 4. So he's opted to go for 4. 4 is fine as well. He wants to get Sky Sorry out because hierarchy has problems with that. And Warbringer, anticipating this maybe, does have the Lost Ones, and we should see Assault 1. Now, Balance 2 does counter Assault 1 Lost Ones in the sense that you can destabilize the matter engines and make them invincible to the bombs. Aggressive Walker coming down from Darkie, so this will be the Production Walker, and this will be the Assault Walker. Warbringer's going to be focusing on Lost Ones for this early game, and Doctor is going for a Production Walker. See the cost optimizers. And Lost Ones are so busted. Look at this. Pop, pop. These things take 1 pop. 1 population. They are insane. And the only thing that stops Lost Ones from being busted is you have to build this shitty walker. Darkie's got a Reaper caught between 2 Reapers there. That's just going to happen when you're hunting down instants. Not Darkie, Doctor. Just how it is. You've got less Reapers than the opponent. Your Reapers are going to do worse. Lost Ones are just poking YuNo down relentlessly, and Lost Ones can just about outrange matter engines. Inquisitors are down, and I want to see Radiation 1 come out from Warbringer now. Radiation 1 is incredibly effective. You sacrifice that quantum armor for the early game, and we see Light 1 early from YuNo. Very smart. You're against Lost Ones. This will burn them down quite effectively. I think you need 5 bombs. Oh, you only need 4 bombs to hit a matter engine. And it hit the assembly walker as well. That's a big oof. I don't know if it caught anything too severe, but it definitely hurt a little bit. Actually, it looks like it just maybe took out a couple of leg hard points. Not too bad. Reaper From Warbringer walking into YuNo's base, I imagine he was hunting for cows and instants and just got lost or just wanted to crush architects, maybe? Not really what you want to be seeing. Now, the top team does know that there are Skysari in play, and we see 2 arc turrets and 2 range enhancers. This is to deal with the Inquisitors. Inquisitors can disgustingly outrange arc turrets, which means you have to build the range enhancers to stop them from just outpoking you. What's the point in having arc turrets if they don't reach the air units, right? Regardless, Skysari is absolutely the right call, very maneuverable, early game pressure against 2 hierarchy players, and it's excellent for hunting down Reapers, and it's just generally excellent against hierarchy, to be honest. They have serious issues dealing with it. 2 flight machinas are down. In terms of eco, YuNo is down to... he's just gotten to 4 matter engines again. Inquisitors are going hunting, and they don't see the Reapers. That's rough, but they're going to catch this Reaper. And now, the Reaper drone harassment is going to commence. Doctor's gone for phase tanks, and he's already marching this walker up. No, he's just repositioned it a little bit to be in front of his teammate's base as a bit of a cock block. So much Reaper drone harass is going to go down now. And we have a scouting glyph carver from Darkie. This is incredibly strange. Is he going to try and drop a turret in Doctor's base? You can do that, but yeah, he's going to try and drop a turret in Doctor's base. Doctor's going to have to build a monolith for that. Meanwhile, Skysari is harassing Darkie's Reapers, and we have what appears to be a production walker that was kind of just sent in for assault. I'm not sure what this walker's doing, if I'm honest with you. He's building arc turrets. They're just going to blow up on the matter engine. What are you going to do? Go around the matter engine? The light one burn will kill you. This is a very strange walker assault from Darkie. And this is why these spread out matter engines are so good. They're your turrets as well as your eco. It's excellent. Darkie's gotten 2 spitter turrets down, and they do so much damage to arrival sites. Spitter turrets do much better against wide things, and arrival sites are wide. Might as well call it an arrival wide. Doc is going to lose his arrival site to spitter turrets. That's a really funny play from Darkie, and I like it. I feel like it should have been cancelled by Reapers, especially since Doc has the detection drone. One is targeting the... oh my god, what? Yes, Darkie, I love it. This is what we want to see. And now YuNo's sending his whole Skysari army over to bail his teammate out. Doc's been bailing YuNo out with his phase tanks. We've seen it. And now YuNo's going to go and bail Doctor out. This is great teamwork. And Darkie did cancel the Reaper drone. Okay, I respect it. I respect it. But Doc is going to lose his arrival site. This is a dead arrival site. You can't stop it now. Chain destabilize maybe, but no. I don't think he's balanced 2 yet. So, these spitter turrets will get cleaned up, but they got a detection drone and an arrival site. Bloody hell. That has to be the biggest value spitter turrets I've seen in my life. Just sell. Just sell, Darkie. You've done more than enough. Warbringer's retreating his Habitat Walker because he's kind of seen, hey, this is probably not going to work out if we attack now. We see a lot of range enhancers and arc turrets coming out. This Walker has no defense from the Skysari, so we should see some gravitic turrets coming down. Darkie is trying to get some more Reapers up, and it seems like the Reaper drone harassment is just crippling the top hierarchy players. Doctor's rebuilding his arrival site in the same spot. This might look stupid, but actually it's quite smart because they won't expect him to put it in the same place twice. So metagame in a bit. I like it. Do they not see each other? They surely see each other. Right? That's in vision range, surely. Dunno. Over here we have Skysari up against the Hab Walker, and it has no range enhancers, which means that these Inquisitors could just outrange the Hab Walker. And as good as Lost Ones are, the face tanks will just clean up the Walker in no time flat. And Warbringer's base is dead to rights. He migrates his Reapers, but soon him and his teammate are going to be sharing money. And YuNo, very smart, just focuses down the gravitic turret first. You have to just suck it up and just deal with the gravitic first. Inquisitors are now mass piling on the arrival site. It's actually more efficient to just leave one Inquisitor here and go do something else with the rest. You could even just leave the Avenger here, and it would do significant damage. A lot of phase tanks coming in from Darkie. And the Spitter turrets will not deal well with the phase tanks. Phase tanks are quite thin, unless you catch them sideways. And it means that the phase tanks are just going to come in and decimate this base from the backside. Warbringer's got nothing. What's he been doing? What has he been doing? It looks like he's just been blowing up YuNo's buildings of lost ones, which doesn't seem to have been enough. The arrival site was cleaned up. Warbringer's building another one at his teammate's base. But sharing money against a Masari player is rough. Oh, I like this. This is really cool. This is good. This is like a work of art. I love it. Meanwhile, phase tanks are bullying Doc's base, and he will lose another arrival site. That glyph might get sniped. When you're finishing off a building, you should move to where you want to go, because it's going to die anyway en route. The Inquisitors are here, and I think that will save the assembly glyph. Meanwhile, Doctor's phase tanks are poking, but Darkie's got the dreaded Kamal Rex. We should be seeing Quantum 3 pushes coming down soon. And we actually need to see more defensive walkers from Doctor, I think, in order to stave off the assault. Warbringer is going to be clambering to rebuild. And this group of 7 Inquisitors has just soloed the game? No, that's not true. Doctor's done a lot as well, but YuNo just has been stuck rebuilding, but that's been fine. He's just been able to pump his Inquisitors. And of course, Kamal doesn't do much to air. Another Reaper drone gets found, and this is just Roughville population Warbringer. Reaper drone dies so quickly to this. And the Masari hierarchy is now pushing out. Doctor doesn't seem to have too much money, is one caveat. But he's got the longevity of not having to share money. So, when you're playing Masari +1, your teammate is kind of Masari as well. Because they're not going to run out of money until the enemy has run out. That's just simple maths. You just have double-ish. About twice as much to harvest. More Reapers are getting poked, and what can top team do? What can they do at this point? They've just been relentlessly poked to death. This is death by 1,000 cuts. Kamala's just food for the Inquisitors. This Walker doesn't have enough anti-air. It's being kitted out now. But YuNo doesn't even have to interact with it. This is such a brilliant unit composition. Just phase tanks and Inquisitors. If they have anti-phase tank stuff, you punch with the Inquisitors. If you have anti-Inquisitor stuff, they punch with the phase tanks. It's just such a beautiful 1-2 punch. Nice abduct. You can phase through abduct, but that was not achieved here. Multiple walkers are starting to fall down. But Warbringer doesn't have an eco anymore. YuNo's up to 3 flight machinas. Darkie is coming in with a modicum of phase tanks, but Light 1 burn plus Inquisitors will clean this up in absolutely no time flat. Absolutely no time flat. They're not even out-damaging the well, they're barely out-damaging the Architects. Meanwhile, Darkie's entire economy is going, and we should see a forfeit. You can't fight this with no economy, and interestingly, Doctor has money. He's got Reapers safely nestled in his teammate's base. Oh, phase to dodge the Zessus bomb. Very smart, but Zessus teleports away promptly. And very nice positioning. Teleports next to a Spitter turret and keeps Zessus near a building to let the light burn deal with it. Miss Micro, and Zessus will die anyway, actually. Maybe. Zessus needs to start running. We need to get an Architect on him. Zessus starts running. Architect repairs. Zessus runs towards the Spitter turret, and the Architect here with the Spitter turret at the last second. I feel like Zessus probably should have died there, but he got away with it. 2 Assault Walkers are coming in now, but YuNo's base is so wide. Oh, gets a Naked Walker as well. This is nasty. We have Kamal Rex coming down from Doctor. And this will help fend off more phase tank assaults. But this is just the Sky Sari thing. They're just refusing to interact with the army. Doctor's now sending an assault walker north. And he's building defenses for his teammate, and this is so clever. Doc sees his wing con. He sees, hey, we just need to get to Masari late game. And Doctor loves building turrets, so this is just perfect for Doc. This is exactly what he wants. Zessus is healthy and he's on the move. They know that these walkers are here. Is he going to try a teleport play on Kamal? That's not going to work. Maybe with destabilize, but oh, I don't think Zessus wants to be here. Doctor's pinging his Zessus. He's pinging the Kamal, but no, you can't go for that. Teleport out. Did Zessus just die? That's a big error. That's a big loss. That hurts. Sky Sari are in, and they have to fight now, kind of, but they're going to just die to arc turrets. We have the Guardians coming in, which will help to fend off the assault. We need to see some architects run over here and rebuild, really. Dog doesn't have too much right now. He's got 2 arrival sites, which is nice in this situation. It's already been proven they are willing to snipe his stuff. Oh, don't go near the matter engine. Oh, we have light 3. Okay. Yeah, Doc's pinging the matter engine saying, hey, don't die horribly on this. And usually... Oh, the Kamal. That's Doc's Kamal. Doc's Kamal put up a nice wall. And it's Kamal on Kamal action. And oh my god, the double barrier. These Inquisitors should be focusing down Kamal, honestly. Just punch him in the face. I actually want to see Karos. Karos is decent at sniping down Kamal. He just outpaces him. And he can just kill him by existing. This is a very powerful assault coming in from Darkie, and it buys the top team much needed time to rebuild. Now, the caveat is this assault walker... No! No! I'm uploading this anyway. That was a really good game to watch. That's a really good game to watch. I think, honestly, bottom team probably had that in the long run. But that's a shame. Let's see what the players have to say about that. RIP. RIP.
That was close. You was attacking us, I was attacking you. It was beautiful.
It was a close game. I think Doc and YuNo would have pulled it out, though, just because Warbringer and Darkie were rebuilding eco.
I would have liked if my spawn had any instance. Purified 01 said, clutch save on Zessus. Warbringer said, I had 1 street of 150 lamps. And that's all.
That's still a good amount. It's enough to get started.
After came to save my base the second time, I basically, after that point, I had a full eco gone.
YuNo said, Doc got like 4k instance.
I think we need to run that back, because that was a close game. That could have been anyone's game.
I want to see a run back. Okay, I want to see a run back, but I want you to have opposite spawns this time. Game 2. I know the first one was a desync. I'm uploading it anyway, and the players all agreed that was a fantastic game. That was a really top-notch game. And despite the desync, I am happy to have that uploaded. It doesn't change the quality of the game. It's a shame we didn't get to see the end result, but it was such a good quality game. We wanted the run back. Me and all the players wanted to see the run back, so we're going to see a run back. However, the spawns are flipped this time. Warbringer was a bit upset the top side had no instance, and I do kind of agree. I mean, there's some good posts here, and then there's a road going here. I don't know, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's not ideal, don't get me wrong, but it's not disastrous. So, we have your Doctor, yellow hierarchy, YuNo on the dark blue Masari, Darkie on the green hierarchy, and Warbringer on the orange hierarchy. Just want to check that. Yep, that's all correct. Brilliant. I want to see the Hab Walker again out of Warbringer, but because he's got bottom left spawn this time, this needs to be captured, I think. I want to see Lost Ones get the casual grunt, take the hydraulic pump, sell the grunt. You make the money back in literally 20 seconds. Yeah, it's worth. If he's planning to go for Lost Ones anyway. We see Dark Sari coming out from YuNo with late matter engines. I don't agree with this. I think against double hierarchy, you just go 5 matter engines. I'm not even kidding. Straight up 5 matter engines, protect yourself from a rush. Maybe if you think they're going to metagame you and tag team your teammate as a result of you going 5 matter engines, you could try 3 and then a building, but I don't think that's... I don't know. You can get away with more than what he's done here. Either way, he switched to light to bluff the Sky Sari. So we're going to see grounded Masari here. We've got Doctor building Reapers towards his teammate's base. We're probably going to see a Glyph Carver come up here. And we see the Habitat Walker coming down. The fact it's dropped near the laser turret makes me think we're going to see the Grunt. I think we're going to see the Grunt, capture this, move over here, capture this, sell. We got this Darkie's Reapers collecting these instants. Now, as is the last game, Doctor does not have to share instants with his teammate, but because there's 2 hierarchy versus 1, Warbringer and Darkie have to share the instants. But they'll get the better pick of... They'll get the cream of the crop. No, don't... Oh, you need to... If you find a Glyph Carver like that, unless you really want this Figment to do something else, you wait for it to start building, then you snipe the Glyph, then you kill the Carver. Either way, it's still a Glyph Carver snipe. It got sold, so not too much damage done, but it's still damage. The Habitat Walker is down, Lost One pod is being kitted out, and please, Warbringer, make the 1 grunt. Make the 1 grunt. 1. That's all I ask. 1. Just capture this shit, please. Now, Habitat Walker doesn't come with much of an opportunity cost because it's against double hierarchy. Of course, phase tanks are the meta unit for hierarchy these days, but Lost Ones are very, 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 very powerful. Another advantage of going Lost Ones is you want Assault 1 for the bombs anyway, and you do then cover the Sky Sari option. We see 2 grunts. Please send 1 to the fuel pump. Thank you. Okay, so we see 2 grunts, so what he's opted to do is he's actually going to capture the laser turret and the materials factory and the pump, which is fine as well. For an extra 150, you get the materials factory also, which, if nothing else, is some vision. Doctor's asking if his teammate wants him to go Viz. I don't know if you do go Viz Ops here. I think you need all the fighting power you can get. We have scouting Figments around, and this means that I don't think this team will prepare for Sky Sari now. Something you can definitely do as Masari is the Tier 1 Conqueror and Inquisitor mix. It's very potent, and you just have a casual flight machina so that you can force out anti-air, but still have a very effective ground force. So we might see that out of YuNo, although I've not seen him do it yet. It's a build that I pioneered recently, and Warbringer has been able to replicate. Now, we see the turret captured, and I don't know where the grunt is. I think he might... Oh, he moved it up, but didn't capture yet. Warbringer, you're not capturing. Why did you build the grunts if you're not capturing this? Warbringer! Warbringer! Capture it! Thank you. Up here, we see Monolith Harassment. It did not get the snipe on the gravitic turret, but Doctor now knows it's absolutely ground sorry. Seeing the second Machina confirms it. Please switch targets. Please snipe the glyph. Why do people... Yes, thank you. And we see the cell. Nice play from Doctor. Nice play. Monolith did get the teleport. Okay, good. Another gravitic turret is being built to protect from saucers and monoliths. And we're seeing a bit of a slower play from the double hierarchy this time. Now, Habwalker sat on top of the miss... Oh, this is so smart. I want to just compliment this. This is so smart. Monolith will scout Figments, which will get shot by the laser turret. Oh, that's beautiful. Harassment on the Reaper drones commences, but Ground Sari is not as effective at harassing Reapers as Sky Sari is, just by design. 2 walker glyphs coming down for Darkie here, so we're going to see a timing push of maybe 6 or 7 walkers. Well, not 6. Well, yeah, there'll be some on the other team, but maybe 5 or 6 walkers just charging this one base. The matter engines are spread out nicely, which will deal with it, but we don't see light teched, so we're not going to see light 1 to help burn all these hard points. We might see balance 3, though. I would assume not, but it's possible. Balance 3 does well against walkers as well. The defilers do come down. They're going to lose out to phase tanks, but we should see them trying to kill off the architects. No, they're not doing anything. Okay, minimal impact so far. The radiation field is a lot of damage. Against vehicles and structures, it's a straight 600 damage if you sit inside it. Yeah, that's a silly number. Infantry take significantly less. They take 5 damage, so they will take 60 damage if they sit in it for the whole duration. The Defiler Assault isn't backed up by anything, though. That's kind of the issue here. The Monolith has been moved away from the laser turret, and we have 2 walkers coming up to assault Doctor's base. So they're probably over-preparing for Darkie's walker, and they're going to try and punish the over-preparation by having 2 walkers strike here. This is crushing a lot of money as well, which is surprisingly effective. It means that Doctor's Reapers are going to have many less places to hide. I mean, you can hide them easy enough. Oh, he bombed the Knowledge Vault. That's rough. Lost one's coming in. The Science Walker comes down, and that should scream to the other team that this is going to be Visops. Because you don't go magnets against other hierarchy. Because the Walker on Walker fight, you just lose. You just lose. So this should yell to the other team, hey, they have no fighting power. We can just kind of roll over them. The Light Conquerors are down. And do we see the Light 1? I don't think we do. This matter engine's going to blow very soon. And it's going to hit Warbringer's Reaper, which is a bit rough. Oh, it dies. Wow, I didn't know that. So this Walker didn't do too much, but it did distract for the Lost Ones to bomb the arrival site. We don't see radiation on the Lost Ones. They're just straight up plasma bomb Lost Ones, and now Warbringer's assault on Doctor's base is going to be quite effective. Lost Ones will deal with the turrets, and Doctor's got a Walker attacking Warbringer, repaying in kind. A lot of phase tanks are now helping to defend YuNo's base, and we're going to have phase tank on phase tank action. Obviously the superior numbers will win. And YuNo's base is holding, but I don't know if it's YuNo's base we need to be worried about. Doctor's base should be under attack. And is Warbringer trying to crush all of their buildings? That would be funny. And then you just have a deep habitat walker spawning Lost Ones. And I think that Doctor's base is just going to get bombed to death. Now he does have a lot of phase tanks. I was going to call them plasma tanks then. Now you need to focus these down first, very smart. The Light Conquerors are coming in to back Doctor up, and of course they will decide the fight. This means Warbringer's Assembly Walker is not going to do too much. It is a production walker, so it's not combat heavy, and it did lose some hard points. Cost optimizers aren't going to help with this. Doctor's got another walker charging down south. I don't know what he's planning to do with it, though. It's going to the west. I don't know what it's planning, honestly. This fuel pump is giving Warbringer a lot of money. He should have sold this grunt. It's still worth, by the way. This still paid itself off 5 or 6 times already. If not, 7 or 8. Oh, 2 walkers are coming up, and YuNo's pinged it, and what's the play now? He's going to have to rebuild in his teammate's base or something. I would be honoured. Zessus is out. Zessus is quite good against clumps of saucers if he catches them unmicroed. We might even see Zessus teleport into the hierarchy. Yeah, this is exactly what I was about to say. And he can destroy the arrival site. Now, did YuNo learn? YuNo learned! He learned! Yes! He moved into the perfect position, and look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Beautiful. Thank you. I taught him this after a previous cast, and he's doing it. This is so much quicker. You can optimize this a little bit more. You can position Zessus right here. But this is still just fine. He'll move slightly closer with each glaive throw. It's a bit funny. Right, we need to look at this assault now. This is important, but we just assume this is deleted. Doctor is going to destroy Warbringer's main base, taking out turrets and the arrival site. Meanwhile, YuNo is under assault, and YuNo has to figure out a way to rebuild. He did not teleport any architects out, so if he loses all his architects in the Citadel, he's basically out the game. Plasma bombs come down, and that might be a dead Citadel. No, it's not that many lost ones, but it's significant damage. I wish we saw radiation. I actually want to see radiation on these lost ones, not gonna lie. Rival site is basically dead. And these Conquerors are doing good damage, but the Saucers... And YuNo doesn't have any architects. Not that I see. He just forgot to get architects around the map, and that means that he's gonna die. Fire and Brimstone? Where? Fire and Brimstone is on the detection drone, but Fire and Brimstone ain't shit without a base. And Doc didn't even build the Visops because he realized he doesn't have the eco. I think this Science Walker was a mistake, and also not getting architects in position. And now YuNo is dead, and Doctor's going to be stuck in the 2v1, and that's not going to happen. Looking at this board state, it's just not going to happen. Hierarchy can't cover that much ground, especially when they don't have Visops to take the optimal paths. YuNo sat on a single matter engine. If this never gets scouted, then YuNo does technically have a Zessus with which he can contribute. But I imagine at some point we'll see Visops from this team just to find where Masari... Well, they'll think Masari is rebuilding. So they'll just build Visops and be like, oh, he's got our matter engine. It's scouted. It's scouted. It's dead. We don't even see Light 1 to delay this. With this matter engine dying, that does kill Zessus by default. Now you need to micro some sources away so they don't all blow up. Leave one behind. Or can you actually outrange? I think you can just about outrange. That kills the Zessus. Doctor is stuck in the 2v1, and that just won't happen. That just won't happen. Especially with Warbringer having a fuel pump as well. They're even taking out the materials factory to try and just get something out of it, but... It's going to be Whack-A-Mole, but this time it's Hierarchy playing Whack-A-Mole, which is funny. But even without the extra buildings and stuff, yeah, it's game. Doc doesn't even have an economy. Oh, he does. He's got a Reaper drone. 2 Reaper drones. Does Darkie have a way to rebuild? I think Darkie has no way to rebuild. So this is a very, very close... Does Warbringer have a way to rebuild? He's got 1 Glyph Carver. Okay. Rip Darkie, no carvers. Yeah. But Warbringer does have a carver. Oh, don't get killed. Doctor has a carver here. Oh, this grunt that was never sold is gonna get Doc's Glyph Carver. No! Oh, that's rough. That's so rough. The grunt that was never sold. And I was wrong, it shouldn't have been sold. He waited all game just for this play. He had a crystal ball. He told that fortune man. Can Doctor win? If Darkie had carvers, I would say absolutely not. He doesn't. Warbringer doesn't have carvers. It got killed. Doctor can win. I lied, it is going to happen. I didn't realise there were no carvers. Oh my god. But the cat and mouse game, how... Doctor's got 2 Reapers. Darkie's got so many Reapers, though. He'll just win on sheer units at this point. I feel like just sheer units. Just sheer eco. Doc needs to find these Reapers and fast. And these 2 Reapers are now dead. These Reapers are migrating. Warbringer's lost ones are everywhere, just trying to pin stuff down. I can't believe that Grunt actually got that glyph carver. That's absurd. The Grunt I yelled to be sold. I was wrong. It's not worth selling. It wasn't a mistake. He's a galaxy brain. He predicted the future. Man just time traveled. And Warbringer has the pump on top of everything. I think even if you just delete all the eco and give Warbringer the pump, it's still Warbringer and Darkie's game. There's nothing for the saucers either. There's no anti-air. And there's no money to buy the anti-air, probably. Oh, they don't see this Reaper. That's disgusting. That that's hidden like that. I love it. This is so stupid. Doctor's dead. There's no way now. Too much money has been acquired, and he's not dealing with the fuel pump. They should have known this was captured when they saw Lost Ones. They should have known that it was like, oh, it's probably just a casual grunt. They have to have known that was a grunt, because they saw the laser turret and materials factory captured. And we see Darkie and Warbringer just building more and more units. They're trying to just kill off every little thing just to limit where Doctor isn't. If that makes sense. If you know where the enemy isn't, it gives you an idea of where the enemy is. It's not enough. Close game, though. Close game. No carvers is a really big deal. If Doctor's carver had escaped, he'd be in with a real chance. A very real chance. He's got a couple more Reapers hiding in the corner here, and once they go down, he is truly on the clock. He'll have no more way of acquiring currency. Where are you, Doc? This is so stupid. They found him, though. They found his walkers now. Are the Reapers seriously not going to be found? Are you kidding? Are you joking? No! Just this right there! They're right there! Ah! Just kill them! Kill them! And Darkie's still got a couple of Reapers. Oh, he's got a Reaper. No, he's got 3 Reapers, so he's sitting quite pretty in terms of economy. What's this green dot? Oh, there's a phase tank there. That blends in quite well, huh? There's nothing more to say. Doc's just gonna lose on money. Oh, the fuel pump was dealt with now, but it's too late. Too little too late. Unless Doc has a mad bank. Oh, he's got 400 money. Yeah. He's got 400 money.
That ain't happening. Sorry, bud. That ain't happening. Very interesting that we saw no heroes this game other than Zessus. No Kamal, no Orlok, not even a Nufi. No heroes. And at this point, they know where these walkers are. Why aren't they just clumping their units and fighting as a team? Yeah, everything's now consolidating. They're all gathering here so all the units can fight. And Darkie and Warbringer know they can just trade. They don't even have to win fights, they can just trade. No, don't feed units. Phase, very nice. There's just nothing left, there's no money. But Darkie and Warbringer have been harvesting, they'll have a good amount of money. I mean, they've got pop cap units. Nice repairs, getting the phase tanks healthy. Lost Ones are trying to bait the phase tanks into the Assault Walker, but Doctor's quick on the trigger. Can we just end the game? Warbringer's down to just a Hab Walker, so he can't contribute too much. The Walker can't actually fight. Oh, he's got the... No, I want to see Warbringer re-kit this to range enhancers, so that he can act as backline artillery and doesn't lose his last Walker. He can sit behind these Walkers and just snipe from a massive range. Are we seriously going to Mexican standoff? Are you kidding? I know you're still harvesting and you don't think he is, but really? Bruh. Bruh. I think they're waiting to pop cap and have enough money to immediately pop cap again, so that they don't lose in like a death push. Doctor's walkers are healthier. The Doctor's gotta know he's not harvesting. Well, he is harvesting. Oh my god. I have no... What can I say? How do I commentate this at this point? We're in a Mexican standoff. People are harvesting what they can, and they're just waiting. They're not doing anything. Warbringer doesn't have that much money if he's not pop capping on Lost Ones, so he probably can't replace these hard points. Got Lost Ones scouting around. Doctor's finally looking to make a move. Lost Ones, he's going to lose 1 or 2 here. Nope, phases. Darkie is harvesting more than Doc is. Doc's got less Reapers, and I think there's just more money on the top right of the map at this point. A lot of the stuff was crushed up here, but I think there's just more money on... No, there's still a lot of money, actually. Oh my god, we could be here another hour. I mean, I'll definitely have sped this up in the replay. They're even repairing the Reaper drone for good measure. Lost Ones...
Just getting murdered. I don't know, man. Doc could somehow win this. Harvesting again. They need to be hunting out these Reapers. And Warbringer's looking for them, and he just has no idea where they could be. He doesn't even know if Doc is harvesting. Does he? Are these injured? Oh, he should know, actually, because this is injured, so... They should know. Okay, fight's finally happening, but the walkers aren't consolidated. So it was kind of a 2v1 for a second. Well, walker plus units. Okay, the fight is coming down proper. Warbringer's trying to contribute with his Lost Ones. They are targeting down the sources. They're very good against those. Defilers are down, hitting things. We're just seeing everything from both players. 3 players, all 3 players. So 1v2, can Doc pull it out of the hat? I don't think so. I think that the sources are going to be his downfall. Warbringer's Habitat Walker comes in and he's like, okay, if I die now, it's whatever. I'm just going to do what I can to Doctor. And the Habitat Walker, I think, will secure it. I think the fight is going to snowball now. Yeah, the fight has snowballed. Doctor is finally laid to rest. He'll fight it out to the bitter end. Oh, please don't make them find the Reapers, Doc. Come on, it's 1v3 now with your walkers. You have no units. You can forfeit now, sir. I don't know why I thought Doc could win, because that wasn't even close.
Sell the Reapers. It's over, Doc! Normally I don't intervene in the players' games, but...
Okay, thank you, Doc. Thank you. I was about to go into the voice chat and tell them to stop. That did not feel like a 21-minute game. That felt like a 40-minute game. Look at the eco difference. It's not even that much. See what the players have to say. Bloody hell.
Darkie _ said, yes.
I was molding Puri, yeah.
So I took out both of your arrival sites, and then your glyph carver that was trying to escape.
Bruh.
So I cut you off. And...
Warbringer said, I mean, Doc, would NT have won there? We had 50 units to scout.
That grunt you didn't sell at the start, Warbringer, the one that captured the fuel pump, I was mildly criticising you to say, you know, you should be selling this, and then in the end game it just snipes that one glyph carver that could have dropped a walker or something. Bruh.
No, if that glyph carver that I had escaped the base, if that got down south and started rebuilding, it would have been GG for you guys.
You'd have had a very real chance. I don't know if it would have been a win, but it would have been a real chance. That was a hell of a game. If YuNo had just, like, had architects somewhere else...
I thought we both had nothing. Warbringer said he had.
Yeah,
I killed him with phase tanks.
Yeah, he tried to... I told YuNo to get to my base and build anything, but that was phase tanks blocking the path.
Yeah, you need the architect somewhere random or in your teammate's space a bit early. What a great couple of games there.
Said, where was Doc's carver?
It died. It died to the grunt that Warbringer had that captured the fuel bomb at the start of the game.
I was scouting for so long, lol. Wait, really rolling on the floor laughing.
Yeah, that grunt just had a crystal ball and was like, I'm sitting here for 20 minutes, and in 20 minutes' time, I'm going to secure the win.
Died 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, it literally died like 5-6 minutes ago.
Normally I would have forfeit when YuNo died, but I had a walker on their side of the map, and it was tearing through their shit, so...
Oh yeah, you were justified in playing that out.
Underscore said.
You were justified.
Had a nice chance.
That was epic. Can we get...
Purified 01 said. This is what makes those grunts that sit around watching nothing happening for hours lives worth it.
Yeah, he's like that one kid on the football pitch that can't kick a ball, but he gets an open goal just once, and he's happy. That's that grunt. Can we get to game 3? Game 3 in this excellent series. It's been a couple of absolutely brilliant games despite a desync, and now we're going to see a game 3 coming out, and this time I have Tim joining me as my co-caster.
Hello guys.
So, I'm on team 1, no, I'm on team 2, and Tim is on team 1, so he'll be able to see things I can't, and vice versa. Our teams this time are going to be exactly the same teams, but differently rotated on this map. We have Warbringer on the orange hierarchy, Darkie on the red hierarchy, up against Doctor on the yellow hierarchy, and YuNo on the light blue Novus this time. So the only change we're seeing other than map position is the race selection from YuNo. What do you make of this, Tim?
Well, I think it's a pretty good matchup. I like to see all 3 hierarchies, because hierarchy is my favorite race. So seeing all 3 of them is pretty fun.
It's got to be said, the games so far have not been all about Visop's glyph sniping. It's been very honest. Yeah. And I've actually quite liked that. Everyone knows I like the dirty plays in this game, but the hierarchy play has been quite honest. Now, of course, the fundamental aspect of this matchup is Mirabelle destroying walkers, but at the same time, Novus has to fight off more walkers here. So I think this is going to come down to how well Doctor can apply pressure and or defend his Novus teammate. You see normal play coming in from Warbringer. From Darkie, we see a later glyph by the looks of it. We only see 3 Reapers from Darkie so far, and he's opting to go for glyph carver positioning over a 4th Reaper. On Doctor's side...
He's going out with his glyph carver there in the road there.
Yeah, I expect a walker rush on the Novus. Doctor's gone for 4 Reapers. Standard.
Yep.
And it looks like Warbringer's going to get the first walker glyph down. Meanwhile, on YuNo's side, we've got Ohmbot. Oh my god, he's doing the up all night strat. We're seeing swarms of Ohmbots. Oh dear.
And that assembly walker glyph is not in a good position.
The question is, will it come up before it gets sniped? I don't think it will. I think this glyph is going to be cancelled. I don't think it'll... Oh, the Ohmbot's going up. Oh no. It's going to miss.
The wrong way.
It's gone the wrong... Oh no.
Oh no.
The next one is going to see it, but... Oh no, he's not got line of sight. The buildings are blocked. Oh no! He's going to have to suicide the Ohmbots. This might get sold. There's bomb number 1. Swarm number 2. It's going to cancel just. Oh my word. And that's a big loss for Warbringer. And immediately, the team of YuNo and Doctor is just ahead.
Yeah, already?
Yeah, just factually ahead. Of course, Novus will get the capturables on this map. You don't want to build a Habwalker against Novus, so as a result, Novus just by default has dibs. Oh no, another glyph gets cancelled.
Oh no.
This is not good.
Warbringer's having a bad time.
And you're a more experienced hierarchy player than I am, Tim. What is Warbringer's play to recover from this? What's the best thing he can do?
Well, just run to Darkie's base with his glyph carvers.
Yeah, that makes sense, actually. I agree with that.
He's building another assembly walker, a bit hidden this time. Hopefully they don't... YuNo doesn't see it.
Yeah, now he's punching the arrival site instead of harassing for glyphs, and I think this is fine, because this is 100% guaranteed play, the damage on the arrival site, whereas he might not find the glyphs, so this is a fine play from YuNo.
Darkie's losing the glyph cover. Yeah, the glyph cover's dead.
Yeah, Glyph Carver just not... I don't know, these own bots are just kind of carrying the early game, and now Mirabelle's coming out.
Ooh.
Doctor has his Glyph going down late, so Doctor's very greedy on the eco. And because Warbringer and Darkie haven't been able to get any Glyphs down, I think they're just going to get rolled by this Walker. Mirabelle's out on the board.
Yep. She's on the tabletop.
And she's going to deal with the Monolith. She has to. Now, YuNo did sacrifice a lot of early economy for this play. He needs to rotate down for the hydraulic pump to make the own bots much more worth it. And we have a Habwalker glyph coming down from Darkie. This is surprising. You nearly never see Habwalkers against Novus, and for good reason. Blade Troopers are out poking down the arrival site. And what's Warbringer going to do?
Yeah, he's gonna lose his arrival site.
Phase Tank Production Walker down from Doctor, and he's got the money to support this.
Also from Warbringer, he's also pumping out tanks.
Yep, but Warbringer's not had the luxury of as many Reapers. Doctor went for the later Walker, so Warbringer's just going to have less Phase Tanks.
Oh, that poor Reaper in the top left corner.
Yeah, just hiding away, just like, leave me alone! I'm harvesting! Yeah. And now Mirabelle's beating up Reapers, oh my god. It feels like YuNo has just solo won this game, honestly, so far. Doctor's not done anything yet.
No, because Hierarchy is a bit slow. It's the same as Nasari.
Yeah, Hierarchy definitely kind of has to go slow since the meta's evolved and people got better. And now Walker Rushes aren't practical. They just don't work anymore. Oh, the Reaper wasn't scouted. So it's safe for now, but its days are numbered.
Yeah, like, lost one pods on Darkie Walker.
Very lucky first Walker snipe, Warbringer says. Was it lucky, or did you just build it too close to the Novus base? I don't think that was lucky. I think that was unlucky, if anything, because the first own bot went the wrong direction.
Yeah.
I don't think that was lucky. I think that was a reasonably aggressive glyph, and you know that's a potential thing the Novus player can do.
Okay, Doctor is moving in for the kill. Assembly Walker.
Yeah. Now, Darkie's Assembly Walker does land. It is naked, but a naked Walker will still do significant damage, and it's backed up by a Lost One Weapon Accelerator Habwalker. Darkie's a big fan of these half-production, half-assault walkers, and I think they're quite effective. Oh, Reaper Glyph gets sniped, and...
Oh yeah, you mean like mixing assault and production on the same walker?
Yeah, it's quite cool. This naked Walker is going to get torn to shreds.
Yeah, but bombs.
Yeah, Lost One bombs are incredibly powerful, but they're not going to carry against this. This is probably Quantum 3, honestly. Doc's had so much money and so much time. He's building a backup arrival site in the top right. I feel like this is Quantum 3.
I don't think he has Quantum 3, because like a cost optimizer had like 16% health. He got shot once and then he got destroyed.
Was that from the Lost One bombs?
No, from the Assembly Walker main cannon.
Oh, really? Okay, then maybe I'm wrong. You know the values better than I do, as the Hierarchy player here. Now, we have a counter-assault coming in from Warbringer. Phase tanks do really well against Mirabelle, but they need to outnumber her to do so. Mirabelle's low on health, so she can't straight up fight right now. YuNo's flow network is a little bit low right now, but that's because he's been focusing a lot on the attack, so that's very much acceptable.
Phase tanks in YuNo's base.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff going on, crikey.
And is that Walker gonna go down? Yeah, GG's.
Yeah, it's down. It's just game. It's run it back. Yeah, I want to see a game 4. You want to see a game 4, Tim?
Yeah, of course.
I want to see a game 4. That wasn't luck. Now I'm going to call out Warbringer on that. That wasn't luck. That was an own bot rush from YuNo, and the Walker was built somewhat, not aggressively, but it certainly wasn't defensive.
Yeah.
You rolled the dice on putting that Walker there. Nah, I'm calling Warbringer out on that. Oh.
And Bogey, when you said like, oh, you don't build Hab Walkers, when you're fighting Masari, and then I was gonna say, except for me.
Fighting Novus. Yeah, I mean, you sometimes do it. It's just not... It's just so hard because the walkers just die.
Yeah, you just die so quickly, but I do it safe for some reason. Somehow.
Tail of that game was YuNo just soloing it. Like, Doctor mopped up, but YuNo won that game.
Yeah, YuNo carried everything.
Game 4. We're getting a lot of games in with these guys here. I'm joined once again by Tim, and if you want to kick us off, Tim.
Hello, guys. And so on Team 1, we have Darkie as the green. No, yeah, the green hierarchy at the bottom left, and then at the top left we have the orange hierarchy as Warbringer.
And on Team 2, we have your Doctor as the yellow hierarchy, his favourite colour and favourite race, and YuNo in the bottom right as the light blue Novus, or as Warbringer would say, the white Novus.
Yeah, it is blue, yeah, it is. It's teal.
It's definitely blue, yeah. So we see no Masari this game. We got Novus hierarchy versus double hierarchy. This is a map with a lot of instant pickups, and it's definitely possible for 2 hierarchy to get out of control. Of course, Novus has a slightly winning matchup against hierarchy, so just off the start of the game, Doctor and YuNo have a small advantage, just by design.
Yeah.
Standard openings from all of our hierarchy players. Quad Reaper for Doctor. We see triple Reaper for Warbringer plus Glyph Carver movement.
And then 3 Reapers for... No, you said Warbringer. Yeah. And then I mixed up the teams.
Easily
colors.
done.
And then Darkie has 1, 2, 3, 4 Reapers.
4 Reapers indeed. YuNo looks to be going for the standard Mirabelle Rush, and it was very nice of Doctor to take the top right spawn, because top right spawn really sucks for Novus. It's so hard for them to build their base such that they can get their money and defend it, and bottom right is just much more manageable in that regard.
Ooh, a little sneaky glyph from Darkie. An assembly walker glyph coming down. A bit close to YuNo.
Very, very close. And this is ballsy, considering he's already seen YuNo go for the own bot early game pressure. But
yeah, but he has no robotic assembly, so...
Yeah, this time it's just a straight Mirabelle Rush, the standard. It covers the most options on average, and you get the best hero in the game very, very, very quickly. Doctor's got a semi-defensive walker. I'd call this semi-defensive. It's not exactly in his base, but it's also somewhat forward as well. I anticipate this to be the standard face tank production walker that we're seeing oh so often these days.
Yeah, I do, but say it quite a lot now.
Yeah, the game has definitely evolved to where hierarchy players have recognized face tanks are fucking good, man.
Yeah.
Oh my god, look at that glyph from Doc.
Wait. Ooh. Oh, I see that.
How has he done that? How did he sneak that glyph carver past all of this stuff? I don't think he did. I don't think he did. Oh no.
The Reaper.
He doesn't see it. Oh, wait. Is he going to get a... What?
Is he gonna get away with this?
Darkie even picked up an instant and he doesn't see the glyph. Does...
Like, do it.
I don't...
Do it. It's right there.
I don't think he can see it. I think for glyphs you have to see the center of the glyph to see the whole thing. I think this Reaper cannot see this glyph, actually.
You need to see the actual hitbox of the glyph.
Yeah, you need to see, like, the middle. So... Oh my god, that's so painful.
If that comes down...
I mean, the Walker will definitely get spotted by the Reaper immediately, because the Walker is bigger than the glyph.
Yeah, but he will have a Walker at front lines.
Is that a good thing? I feel like these Reapers could mobilize and kill it really quickly. I don't know. This is so interesting. Saucer Rush! Oh, we've got a Saucer Rush from Warbringer.
Ooh.
That's nasty.
Oh, I thought those were Darkie's Reapers in YuNo's base, but those are dogs.
Yeah, this is kind of trolly, like building Reapers in your Novus teammate's base. I don't know, man. That seems like trolling to me.
Face tank walker from Doc.
It's face tanks. Okay, so the Reaper drone will scout this, but the Reaper drone will die, of course, once the first face tank hits the board.
Yeah, or just dies from the plasma cannons.
Yep. Mirabelle is down harassing a walker, but Saucers are here to help fend her off. Saucers are quite effective against Mirabelle. They're one of the few units that can kind of keep up with her for a while, because they don't need to worry about terrain. So they're doing significant damage here.
Yeah.
And now...
He's building a spitter turret, really? Doc, you madman. Building a spitter turret.
How is he going? He's doing the same trick Darkie did to him. Oh, we got Saucers in Doc's base harassing his Reapers. This is very hard for Hierarchy to deal with.
Yeah.
And we have Robotic Assembly coming down now from YuNo. He recognizes that air units are in play, so he needs own bots to help deal with that.
1% health left on the Reaper. Dead. There we go. That's some economic damage.
So, YuNo's going to lose his flow generator. He's got a backup, but that's also under threat. And this is going to be Battle of the Walkers. This is 2 Walker rushes that are both going to be successful now.
Yeah. But Darkie's Walker is severely damaged.
Yeah. Weirdly, Walker rushes get better in team games because you have to commit more to dealing with them. And this is just 2 very effective Walker rushes. This is going to be... Oh my god. YuNo has no power. But Darkie's losing everything as well. We see an assembly glyph in the water. And I don't know about you, Tim, but I think Novus rebuilds worse than Hierarchy. I think Hierarchy's pretty good at rebuilding.
Yeah.
If the glyphs don't get sniped.
Yes, because like a glyph carver can like carve a glyph, and once it's done, then you can just focus on another glyph, and then the glyph will just rebuild itself.
And Novus needs to rebuild a lot of infrastructure, whereas Hierarchy, because they're nomadic, they can just build 1 or 2 things somewhere and be okay.
Yeah, and like a constructor needs to focus on a building like the entire time.
Yep. And they need to be in power range, and there's just a lot to work out. Now, there's a lot of own bots here. They will help to fend off the Saucers, but they're not shooting the Saucers right now, and I feel like that's a minor error.
Yeah, Darkie's Walker is dead. Or down.
He missed the cell, which hurts.
Yeah, and he doesn't have radiation, so it will not lose.
Oh, Mirabelle's just getting destroyed. Oh my god, Mirabelle's so dead.
If he dies...
Oh, she's gonna get away!
Yeah...
Oh my word! So what's the play from Darkie here? Does he just commit to trying to wipe out YuNo, or do you think he's gonna try and rebuild?
What? How is he doing this, Doc? How is he building another assembly walker in the middle of the Warbringer's Reaper drone?
Yeah, he definitely sees this one, surely.
They're so close to each other.
This one must be spotted. There's a glyph carver here.
Building a Reaper drone.
But, are we confused? A Doctor and Warbringer on a team? What? Oh my word. Doctor's sending support to his teammate now. But it's a little bit late. If the command core goes down... Constructor needs to start repairing right now. It's not repairing... He must have... Yeah, he must just be trying to rebuild somewhere else. Okay, Darkie's choosing to rebuild the arrival site. Meanwhile, Doctor's base is going to go down. And I think YuNo and Doctor are just going to get pulled apart.
Yeah.
YuNo has the one constructor.
He got away with another assembly walker.
That's disgusting. That shouldn't have happened. I think that's just a misplay on Team 1's part.
Yeah.
Tim, what are the resources looking like for Team 1? If you press tab, you can see their money.
Oh yeah. So Darkie... Darkie, like Warbringer has no resources. Like, now 1,000.
Mm-hmm.
And Darkie has almost 3k.
Okay, and meanwhile, Doctor has only 900, and YuNo has 13,000. So actually, YuNo can rebuild better. He just needs a bit of time to do so.
Yeah, he's rebuilding his command core now.
Are we going to see Doc building a rival site in enemy territory? This is so insane. And I think Doc's 2 walkers here are going to take Warbringer out the game. Oh no, YuNo needs to move this command core west. It's just going to get destroyed again. He has the money to keep sacking command cores for now, though. But he's not making money right now. YuNo said, defend my CC, meaning command core, so Doctor is obliging. Who do you think has the advantage here, Tim?
I don't know, actually. It's so close.
Yeah, I think if YuNo can get rebuilt, then it's definitely YuNo and Doc. But I think that's the ultimate question now. If.
Yeah. And that habitat, no. That assembly walker just sitting there doing nothing. He's naked and doing nothing.
Yeah, I mean, Doctor's only got 4k. He's sat at about 3,800. He's just now getting up to 4.
Walker fight.
Walker on Walker action. And of course, Doctor's is much better equipped for this.
Yes. Even though it's a production walker, because Warbringer is naked.
Yep, but he's now building a bunch of weapon accelerators, and they're just going to kind of pass each other by. Doc's now kitting out his other walker, and oh my god.
No. Glyph carver. Oh, he got stopped. That Glyph carver.
Rip. This is...
He was like trying to go under the... Like, I'm gonna go under the assembly walker. I'm gonna survive this.
What is this game? Have you ever seen a game like this, Tim?
No.
This is epic. Doctors...
Or this is like one of the most craziest games. Like the craziest game I've ever been in was I was fighting Warbringer and then I just sniped his glyphs with monoliths over and over.
Yeah, this ain't no monolith sniping. This is just base race, raw. This is a slap fest. They're playing slapsies, just slapping each other in the face until someone's knocked out.
Is he gonna fail the walker? Nope.
No Walker cell. That's rough. And YuNo got the flow gen up, but it's just instantly dead. So he got 1 antimatter tank out for his trouble. All of that for 1 antimatter tank. And Doctor's not got phase tanks in position to fight this off. There's not enough. They're outnumbered. But if Warbringer doesn't focus fire them... No, he does. Okay. Doctor's walkers that should not have landed are just doing work.
Yeah, like they have like how the hell did he get away with getting get away with 1 splitter turret, 1 Reaper drone, and 2 assembly walkers?
2 assemblies. It's like the first thing's okay, fine, yeah, sure, but then 2 assemblies.
Yeah, like 1 splitter, 1 Reaper, and then 2 fucking assembly walkers.
Yeah, what the hell, man? But
and he's building his arrival site. See, Doc is building an arrival site.
he actually. Oh my god! Oh my god! That's absolutely brilliant.
Most fun game ever.
Okay, eco situation. Doctor has 1,000. YuNo is sat on just over 12k. What about Darkie and Warbringer?
Warbringer 3k, Darkie 2k.
Okay, so YuNo has more money, but he's not in a position to use it. He's going to have to abandon this command core, I think.
Yeah, just sell it, dude.
Just abandon it, send the constructors west.
How many constructors do you have left?
YuNo has 3 constructors, and they're all moving west, but Warbringer's spotted this. No, he stopped chasing. YuNo's going to get the rebuild on the west, and that's exactly where he needs to be. And Warbringer's just desperately pumping out phase tank after phase tank. And, oh, he's got the walker bugged in top middle. The walker's just sliding.
Where? I don't see that.
Top left-ish, just slightly inwards.
Right.
Just to the right of Warbringer's arrival site. The walker's just sliding like it's on ice. Oh, the constructors! The constructors are getting pinned down, and
I see that, yeah.
YuNo is dead, and once again we have a 1v2 where Doctor can win. Now, YuNo shouldn't forfeit because he still has Mirabelle. Mirabelle can still do a little bit of work before YuNo's out the game. Nah, she can't. Unless Warbringer doesn't spot this recycling center. As long as the recycling center stands, Mirabelle stands. I don't think he's not going to see it. He doesn't see it. Mirabelle is going to be able to contribute so much. Okay, so we're seeing a 1v2. Doc is definitely in a superior position to the other two, and he has a Mirabelle backing him up. The problem is the other two can build up, and Doc can't match that pace.
He's building spirit turrets, Doc.
I don't think this is the time for spitter turrets. Oh, Mirabelle's just surrounded by Reapers. She escapes.
You just have two of them. One walker is going across the water.
This Mirabelle is going to be a pain to deal with because YuNo, this is the only thing he's got to micro. So this is all he's going to micro. So this Mirabelle is going to be a peak Mirabelle. Oh, we need to see these phase tanks go into the spitter turrets. No, they found the recycling center.
Oh shit.
Which means that Mirabelle's time is very limited. YuNo should just run in and just let her die, but get as much damage as possible to help his teammate. Just run her in. He's got maybe 10 seconds to make something happen.
He's building more spitter turrets.
Yeah, just snipe, missile barrage. And YuNo fighting to the last, I fully respect it. He did everything he could there. And now it's up to Doctor to carry the game.
Got two more Reapers.
He did. But Doctor forfeits. He just saw it wasn't enough. He would have probably just been whack-a-mole. Hierarchy just doesn't cover that much ground. What an excellent game to watch. That was...
Holy shit.
Wow.
I was in. Not in, but catching with you.
Jesus. That was epic. Man. If only YuNo had escaped with those constructors.
Yeah. He had, like, the entirety of a bank with him, so...
That was just brilliant. Let's go into the chat and see what the players have to say.
Yeah, let's see.
What a game.
Yeah, holy shit.
Why was Doctor allowed to get away with 2 spitter turrets, a Reaper, and a rival site, and 2 assembly walkers in the enemy territory?
You like that? It was beautiful.
How did you get away with that? You built them right next to Reapers as well, and a glyph carver.
And when the other...
But I think I did enough.
Like, the first assembly walker you put down, yeah, that was like a bit far away from the Reapers, but the second one you built was like right next to them.
Yeah.
No, I don't see shit.
They were in Zuck distance.
Well, my initial thing was going to be go attack the enemy base, but then there was a bunch of phase tanks and shit, so then I retreated the walker to try and get to his base, but it was too far away.
Yeah, YuNo had a lot of money as well.
With phase tanks, I didn't have enough. I was looking for a production walker. I could not see it.
Just dotted about everywhere, honestly. Hierarchy just doesn't cover that much ground. Not that easy. What a brilliant game.
Warbringer said, my prod walker was bugged out.
Yeah, I saw it just sliding like it was on ice.
Yeah, I saw that as well.
Went out of the map.
It went out of the map!
Underscore said, we kinda traded bases.
Not kinda, you did. I've seen so many base trades today.
I went for YuNo, but I got damned.
Yeah, but you crippled YuNo enough that you're able to snowball the win. That was so brilliant. If YuNo's constructors had escaped, that would have been a hell of a game.
The shooters did a lot more I expected.
Saucer's good unit, man. Game 5? Game 5, I think. It's hard to keep track. And now we've delved into the realm of absolute silliness. We have a double hierarchy mirror. There are 4 hierarchy in this game, reprising the same teams once again. Orange hierarchy, Warbringer on team 5, I'll call it team 1, and his teammate will be Darkie once again on the green hierarchy. And on team 2, which is actually team 2, your Doctor on the yellow hierarchy with YuNo on the light blue hierarchy. And this is gonna be stupid. This is going to be stupid. For anyone that doesn't know, Walker on Walker fights are RNG. You can only direct the main gun. You cannot direct the hardpoint guns, which makes Walker fights horribly RNG. Saucers are broken in the matchup. VisOps glyph sniping is a thing. Yeah, this is gonna get messy. So, we see Quad Reaper start from YuNo, we see Quad Reaper start from Warbringer, and we see Quad Reaper start from Darkie. Doctor is the only one deviating with the triple Reaper start plus aggressive Glyph Carver. So I think Warbringer wants to get down an assault before any opposing Hierarchy players are ready. I do wonder if we're going to see a Hab Walker. It's possible for the fuel pumps, but with so many walkers moving over the map, you won't hold it for very long. And then you got just an inferior walker. You could go for like the assault sieging habitat walker, where you get 4 range enhancers, and it just has so much range. But even then, you need vision, and it's more of a gimmick than anything else. Now, there's not so many instants on this map. There's some, but there's not so many. It's not the most Hierarchy friendly looking at it. Darkie did make some edits. There are a lot of lampposts, so it's fine for Hierarchy. They can manage for sure. I love how this looks. Very nice aesthetics. Good work, Darkie. Very good work. Glyph coming here for YuNo. We're probably going to see a double Walker assault on this base. Defensive Walker coming down from Warbringer. And Darkie does not yet have a Walker Glyph coming down. Eco is coming in for all the players. I don't expect to see too much Reaper harass. Oh, and Warbringer's going to see this assembly glyph, but there's no way to cancel it because Hierarchy is so slow. So he sees this and he's just like, well, I guess that's happening. I don't know what to tell you other than we're probably going to see a lot of sources. Because the other problem sources create in the mirror is if you build arc turrets to counter the sources, you then lose the Walker on Walker fight. So Saucers are just a very winning unit in the matchup. Oh, we have monoliths from Darkie. Are they going to snipe the assembly glyph? No, and the Walker killed a monolith on the way down. The Walker killed a monolith on the way down. Yeah, these monoliths aren't doing anything, Darkie. Excuse me. We have a missed opportunity on these tankers. The tankers need to be crushed so you can take the instants. Technically, the most optimal thing to get the maximum actual amount of money is to harvest them until they're on the like 1 tick away and then crush them. But the game isn't going to come down to that most likely. You're better off just collecting the instants on average. A couple of instants being missed here. Bit of scaffolding. Another defensive Walker coming down, and what are the strategies? What are they going to do? Finally, the fuel tankers are crushed. Monolith just harassing Reapers and stuff. Gravitics coming down. Gravitic turrets aplenty should be seen this game. They deal with monoliths and saucers. And upgrading them is actually a valid option as well, because you'll pin down the air units and get the guaranteed kill, whereas normally they can kind of fly away. Hierarchy can toggle their saucers to repair and repair one and run it away. There's a lot of ways around just a regular gravitic turret, although you should still have them, but I expect to see some upgrades from them this game. Doctor's moving in. What does he hope to achieve? What's the plan? I mean, he did crush some of their money. These skyscrapers are not crushable by walkers. They will not break them. And we have an aggressive Reaper drone from Warbringer. Just trying to harvest the enemy half of the map. That's kind of clever. Phase tanks coming down, but saucers are just going to ruin your day. Arc turrets are actually on this walker, but it's just going to lose to the other two walkers now. This is what I'm saying. Like, YuNo's built these arc turrets to deal with the saucers. The saucers just go elsewhere. And now this walker will lose the walker-on-walker engagement, not just because there's two walkers to his one, but because he's got two turrets that are now doing nothing. They are doing zero. They are not having impact. This is so stupid. 4-man hierarchy mirror is just absurd. We should be seeing Orlok coming out. Orlok is excellent in the mirror. Kamal isn't that... Kamal's a weird one. He's not so good against the saucers, which are always going to be the meta for hierarchy mirrors. But also, he's great at walker-on-walker engagements, because he throws up that barrier, and your walker just wins the fight. So it's kind of a give and take. Doctor's got a nice little foothold here, so you need to see some ground units out to counter that. And it looks like Doctor's walker has lost the fight cleanly because of the saucers. The saucers just did so much damage over time. And saucers, while they're not the best at doing damage, and they're not the best at repairing, they do both. And their damage is not to be sniffed at. It's significant damage for sure. So Doctor's Walker Assault didn't do too much by the looks of it. Warbringer's Walker Assault has done basically nothing. He injured this Walker a lot, but that's not worth a whole kitted Walker of your own, honestly. We see a myriad of saucers coming in from Warbringer, so he's looking to take down the arrival site. And the gravitic turrets are nice, but it's not going to be enough. And I don't know why Warbringer's not committing to this arrival site. If you outnumber the enemy saucers, you can focus them down one by one, and by the time the next wave comes in, you'll still have traded more cost effectively. And you can keep on chaining that. Warbringer's coming this way, and he'll walk into Doc's gravitic turrets, and this is what I was saying, you need gravitics in this mirror when there's this many saucers flying around. It's absolutely necessary. They will pay themselves off, most likely. We're not seeing Visops from any player just yet. And I wonder if the strategy of harvesting in the opponent's half of the map is going to carry these players. Warbringer's doing it to the other team, and Doctor is doing it to Warbringer's team, which is most interesting. So far, this has been quite a fun mirror, actually. Been a bit silly, but it's been fun. I didn't know walkers actually could kill air units on their way down. That's important to know. Well, Reaper goes down for YuNo. And we're seeing phase tanks and saucers. You need phase tanks to deal with the gravitics, but the phase tanks lose to the saucers. This is why the mirror is very strange. Strange, isn't it? We have a very aggressive spitter turret down. We've seen this so much today. These aggressive spitter turrets, I don't know why they're being allowed to land, honestly. But they are, nonetheless. Uh-oh. That was a mistake. That was a very big mistake. That's a lot of money. 500 money is a lot. This walker's abandoned its attack. Warbringer is trying to assault with the phase tanks, but the saucers are just denying this play, and saucers in this mirror, man, it's so broken. This is why people don't play the hierarchy mirror much. We've now got spitter turrets coming down from Darkie aggressively, trying to herd Doctor into the corner. This is interesting. And something that's entirely viable in the mirror is taking out all the opponent's carvers and their arrival site, because then they can't rebuild and you will slowly outlast them. Now, we might be seeing a gentleman's agreement to not build Visops. Oh, we have a sell on the arrival site from Warbringer. He wants money. I cannot see his eco. I actually can't see anyone's eco. I didn't join their team. I apologize for that. That's certainly an error on my part. Oh, no. Doctor might lose 2 glyphs. Will the walker see it in time? It won't see this one. It might see the habitat walker glyph. Doctor now sees this one here, and yeah, he loses the hab glyph. I don't know why he went for a Habglyph, though. Maybe for Lost Ones, just to start dealing with sources. Lost Ones have a lot of potential. Oh, he accidentally sold his glyph. His arrival site. That's rough. That was not intentional. That's not the biggest deal, but that is 1,250 money down the drain. But yeah, that's significant. I can't sugarcoat that. Once again, we have the arc turrets coming out, but you don't have to send sources to this. I think Doctor wanted the Habwalker down to do his long-ranged assault thing. He loves doing that. Gravitic turret is in position to help defend the walkers. And yeah, they're losing multiple sources. And this is an upgraded Gravitic turret. This is what I was talking about. It'll pull the units down, and it will secure lethals. They can't run away once that thing catches them. Catches a saucer, snaps it, and it's dead. I think the actual upgrade plus turret cost is 800, so you need to kill one saucer and do significant damage to another to pay itself off. But you still have the area denial, and oh my god. This Gravitic turret has paid itself off twice over, maybe even 3 times already. Meanwhile, over here, we have a big attack coming in from Warbringer's phase tanks. YuNo is getting some collateral in the form of phase tank damage, but he's not getting many lethals on phase tanks, because Warbringer's expertly phasing them away. And this was definitely a winning trade for Warbringer. Absolutely. Not only did he hit the eco, but he took out a Gravitic turret as well, so that's a bit less map control for Team 2 here. Doctor, meanwhile, pinned down by Spitter turrets, and we've kind of got a Mexican standoff of Spitter turrets right now. There's so many Reapers just surviving everywhere. I think there's a gentleman agreement to not build Visops. That's what I'm seeing here. No one is building them, so I feel like everyone's just said, no, let's not have Visops. Let's have a real, well, real matchup of double hierarchy mirror. Maybe Doc wanted the Habitat Walker for the fuel pump. It's kind of hard to force the game to end without Visops, so it's going to come down to whoever trades more efficiently in the long run. These phase tanks are hitting this Walker pretty hard. Of course, Warbringer's Walker was already half dead, and this is an efficient trade for Darkie and Warbringer on Team 1. Doctor's trying to build a very defensive Habitat Walker. This might be the long-ranged assault one I was talking about. The Siege, the Bombard. And Doctor must know he's pinned. And how do these Spitter turrets only now start shooting each other? What? This is so stupid. What is this? Do they both die at the same time? I think they do, right? I think they're literally perfectly mirrored. No, this one's a bit quicker, so I think Doctors will win out just barely. Yeah, it'll win out just barely. Best Spitter turret win. Warbringer was selling a low health phase tank. That's questionable when you got sources in the vicinity to repair them. Doctor, yet this is the super range Habwalker. Here we go. This is going to defend his base like crazy. Warbringer's not ready for this. I'm the Abductor. I am the Eternal. And Warbringer's going to see this and go, fuck this shit, I'm out. Da-na-na. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Oh no, he shelled badly, da-na-na. He shelled that badly. Look at the range on that Habwalker. Holy mother. The range on this thing is bonkers. And now this can genuinely go like triple plasma cannon plus arc turret. 2 walkers just in the bottom right doing nothing for Doctor. Gravitic turret will get 1 more saucer and sign itself off. I salute you, good sir. You were a good turret. More Gravitics with manipulators are going down, and so are some of Doctor's economy. Warbringer's now assaulting YuNo, and YuNo doesn't seem to have much of anything. He's got an Assault Walker here. And what else? Nothing. He's going to lose a bunch of Reapers. I will say that YuNo is the weakest Hierarchy player here. It is his least played race. and he's the least experienced with them. So even though he's a much more experienced RTS player than Darkie, Darkie has played much more Hierarchy. So this is an off race for YuNo, kind of a very competent off race for Warbringer. I wouldn't say it's his weakest faction by a long shot. It's definitely his second best. Doctor's a Hierarchy main through and through, so it's a fairly even game in that regard, but I think that Darkie and Warbringer have the beating of YuNo and Doctor right now. YuNo is scrambling to re-establish an economy. And this super range Habwalker, oh no, it's in melee range. You don't want a Walker on Walker engagement to go like that. Is he going to try and crush phase tanks of Orlok? No, he's just going to start sucking them up. Orlok might win this fight. Orlok's going to win this fight. Look at this hero. He is so powerful. He's not going to win this fight. Run. We don't have any repair sources in position. Oh, Orlok can live so much absurdity. He gets the cover of the spitter turrets, but he's going to walk into the Walker. No! Orlok! Run! He turns around and Orlok's just like, fuck this shit. No, fuck that shit, I'm out. No, fuck that shit, I'm out. Fuck everything, I'm out. This character, man, he just lives things that shouldn't be able to be survived. Bonkers. And now it's Warbringer with the firm foothold in the enemy territory. And this Habwalker will not do very well in a straight-up fight. Oh, some siege shots come in, but they whiff on the phase tanks. That's unfortunate. YuNo's actually retreating this damaged Walker. Not sure why. I feel like you might as well just leave it to die at this point. But maybe he just wants the body blocker. A damaged Walker can still do quite a bit with backup. Take some shots later, perhaps. And if you don't have money to kit another one, then why bother selling this? Just keep it as a body. Does some damage. These two Walkers from Doctor have to do work. They have to do absolute work, or they're just going to get choked. Doctor's base is in utter shambles. He has no glyph carvers that are safe. They're just kind of stuck inside his base. And Warbringer's just took his foot off the pedal. He wants to consolidate with his phase tanks. That's what he wants to do. And he's got a nice little retreat spot as well in case something goes bad. These three spitter turrets will defend from a lot of stuff. I'd like to see maybe a gravitic turret in there as well. Warbringer's just selling red health phase tanks. Oh, Orlok's so dead. Surely this time he's dead. Surely. Come on. Kill the raid boss. Yeah, Doctor knows it, so he just tries to take something with him. Does so. It was a good Orlok, but he couldn't survive. Even Orlok can't deal with all that. YuNo is scrambling to get re-established, and he has. He's got two fully kitted Assault Walkers, so maybe he was trying to bait the opponents into following this and then run into this. However, Doctor is going to be more or less out the gate. No, he's got Glyph Carvers escaping. The rival site does die. Warbringer's now got two Walkers not achieving much, and now it's Warbringer's turn to take a long, slow trek somewhere. Darkie's kept these two defensive Walkers, so we need Doc's Walkers to synergize with these Walkers and tag team Darkie. If Doctor charges too far ahead, they won't trade as efficiently as if they just teamed up and bum-rushed. Harassment game is definitely on Warbringer and Darkie's side. I think Reaper game is also on this side. We see... Oh, hang on. We've got an Orlok coming out from Darkie now, so now it's Darkie's turn to have the raid boss. We have 5 Reapers coming out from Warbringer. From Darkie, we have 5 Reapers. We have a Reaper from Doctor. And his carvers have been scouted, so Doctor is going to be out the game. This means that YuNo and Doctor have to do something very significant. And YuNo's about to lose his arrival site as well. And I think this is just going to slowly start to snowball in favour of Darkie and Warbringer. Orlok is here to help, and Orlok will do a lot of damage with his shells on a Walker. They can't dodge them, and it'll do AoE damage. It's a lot of damage. We need to see the shells come out. He's not doing it. And this is what I mean, the synergy isn't there. He's fighting a 2-on-2 when it could be a 3 or a 4-on-2. Now, Darkie's Walker was caught in the middle, so this one is getting tag-teamed. And this damaged walker is actually going to come in, and it will do significant damage. This will actually swing the favor of the fight maybe to Doctor. No, that was unit support, so his walkers will die first. And he has no glyph carvers to rebuild once these walkers are dead. So Darkie has to basically die here, and he has no glyph carvers away from his base. Oh no! He needs to get some glyph carvers out. He's trying to establish turrets and reapers, anything to help his teammate. YuNo's walker is still sitting there, and it's still doing a lot of damage. This is significant damage. It was the right call to not sell this. It's actually come in to do quite a lot now. Orlok's still sitting there so healthy, and Doctor's walkers are just dead. He is the Eternal. Look at this man. He is Eternal. And the map is just so peppered in orange and green at this point. There's no blue and yellow. YuNo sold everything or lost it all, so he's either decided to go all in or has been forced into the all in. This walker did a lot of damage, bloody hell. Nice walker. Doctor's walkers are just dead. And that's Doctor out the game, I believe. He's technically got a Reaper. And he's got some saucers. I don't know what they're going to do, but he has them. Trying to burn down this mass driver, that's hilarious. But Orlok's going to deny that. Now, these saucers can provide repairs to his teammate. Doctor can focus everything on microing these. That is one advantage he kind of has, even though he's out the game. But I think the production from Warbringer and Darkie is going to be too much. Darkie should be layering glyph carvers everywhere now, just to avoid being completely destroyed. Because he doesn't know that Doctor and Warbringer can't Doctor and YuNo can't rebuild. This Reaper drone gets scouted. Will it win the fight with the phase tank? Oh my god, a Reaper drone wins a fight with a phase tank. That's absurd. But I think phase tank's outrange, so yeah, the phase tank wins by default. No, micro it. Oh, but there's more phase tanks coming in anyway. And that will kill Doc's saucers. He's trying to repair to help his teammate, but there's no way to produce. He's got a glyph carver, actually, so technically there's a way to produce, but Doc's going to see the field and he's going to say, yeah, just forfeit, bud. You can't build shit. There's too much stuff on the map. There's just too much stuff. The gentlemanly agreement to not play Visops, though, made this quite interesting. YuNo's doing everything he can, but yeah, look at the convergence of all these units. Look at the wave of orange just closing in from all sides. And that will put a quick stop to YuNo's meager rebellion. There's the forfeit. Excellent game, excellent series. Wow. That was an absolute treat to cast. Orlok hard carry? No. No. Orlok did a lot, but he wasn't the hard carry. No. Excellent game. And yeah, you can see that Warbringer and Darkie had more eco because YuNo and Doctor just lost their everything. What an excellent match to cast. What an excellent series to cast. Thank you to the players.
Darkie said, I am Orlok.
That was a fun game.
Yeah, slightly annoying, but the blockade of me was smart.
Yeah, you just got shepherded in, herded in by spitter turrets and whatnot.